Last night I covered a story about that man that was catfishing a teen girl and killed a family. Well, we got some more on this story, ladies and gentlemen. Now, though that was just a warm up, and that was only a minute long, but we're gonna dive deep into this story right here. Cop kills family of teen he groomed. Wow. So yeah, cop dies in shootout after killing a teen's family. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's get to the video, shall we?
But it happened. A cop grooms a child, travels multiple states to kidnap this child, ends up killing the family.
No, the fact was, remember when I broke it out last night, that this man was a cop. I think he's like his late 20s or early 30s, I think. He posed as a 17-year-old, on the internet. And to groom this teen.
Gets into a shootout and gets killed himself. I'll put up his picture full mass here. Bam shot. A member of law enforcement from Virginia died in a shootout with law enforcement in California after a suspected cross-country catfishing effort.
Catfishing, there you go.
Sexually exploit a teenager. Left 3 of the girl's family members dead. Austin Lee Edwards, 28 years of age. You're looking at
28. Austin Lee
traveled
Edwards
from Virginia to Riverside, abducted a 15-year-old child. He met this child online, killed her mother and grandparents. He also set fire to the family's home.
That's right.
Before leaving with the girl. Now look at this guy, right?
Huh?
Remember, I've always said corruption is never linear. It always has tentacles in other areas. So
look at that.
Do you think he's only corrupt against 15-year-olds?
And remember I said last night I barely scratched the surface. Remember say the news said this guy was supposedly a cop? Well, he was a cop. See, corruption comes in the forms of blue. Yeah, wearing the badge of the gun, dressed in the blue. Yeah, the thin blue line mentality, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the first story I have done about a cop grooming a teenager. I've done countless, probably dozens of stories. Even many stories where the cop is making the teenager perform oral sex or intercourse sex like that, or even raping him while on duty.
You think he only is corrupt because he murders? No. There's a lot more corruption connected to him, I guarantee you. The victims were identified, 69-year-old Mark Wynick and 65-year-old wife, Sherry, and their daughter, 38 years of age, Brooke. So sad.
Really is.
Detectives determined Edwards had met the female teenager through the common form of online deception known as catfishing, where someone pretends to be a different person than they actually are. The Riverside Police said that it was believed Officer Edwards developed a relationship online with the teenager and was able to obtain her personal information. Authorities believe Officer Edwards parked his vehicle in a neighbor's driveway, walked to the home, killed the family members before leaving with the child. Dispatchers were alerted to smoke and possible structure fire a few houses away from the disturbance. The Riverside Fire Department discovered 3 adults laying in the front entryway and took them outside, where rescue personnel determined they were victims of an apparent homicide. This is how the teen was rescued. When deputies with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department called up to Edwards, the suspect fired gunshots before being fatally shot by at least one deputy, police said. Edwards was pronounced dead at the scene. The teen was not physically harmed and was placed into protective custody, according to the cops. Let me give you some background on Edwards, all right?
Okay, here we go.
He was an officer for the Virginia State Police. Then he was hired by Washington County Sheriff's Office, according to a report in the Press Enterprise newspaper of the Inland Empire. His time in law enforcement lasted less than a year.
But here we
But
go.
during his application process, training and time on the job, he passed the physical, he passed the psychological, and written tests, as well as a lie detector test, according to Virginia State Police spokesperson Corrine Geller. Corrine, you already know what's up.
Yep.
Okay? You think he really took a lie detector test? You think those records are accurate?
I doubt that.
He didn't pass a lie detector test, man.
No, he did not pass a lie detector test. And if he did, unfortunately, a lot of places in jurisdiction, a lie detector test is not admissible in the court of law. And you know he didn't pass that lie detector test. No way. He probably had extreme deception. Let me repeat that one more time. Extreme deception.
Okay? They lied.
Yeah.
I hope you are okay with an investigation being launched into the practices of vetting with that police department.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot more problematic dynamics here. He changed jobs within 1 year of being an officer.
Yep.
Now, I'm not ready to report on the why yet, still waiting on confirmation. But it may be a good idea to actually check out why he was no longer a cop in the previous division. All right, Sharon, thoughts here.
So if we believe the spokesperson who's absolutely either lying or has goofball information in, then there's nothing you can do about these things. They're going to happen all the time. There's nothing you can do to prevent bad cops from putting on a uniform. That's not true. You've talked often on this show on Indisputable about psychological testing. So I don't believe he passed that either, Dr. Ritchie.
Yeah.
This whole thing has to do with this man is a beast. How we got here, though, there's a whole football team full of people who have to be held accountable.
You're absolutely correct. And I question, obviously, the validity of a psychological evaluation that this guy could pass. And naturally, I don't believe it was a legitimate lie detector test at all. All right, we'll give you an update as it comes.
Oh, yeah. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep a top of story here at KCMN News. That's right, baby. When we get some updates, we'll drop the exclusive footage on that. With that said, I'm out of here. Mike, y'all. Peace out.